Hello dear students, this is Mr. Jad speaking today. Today with a new lesson of writing. And today we are going to talk about an email describing an annual event. I'm not going to concentrate a lot about email form, but I'm going to talk a bit about how to describe an annual event. You can do that in a form of an email, a letter, an essay, a paragraph, a blog, or whatever you like. So now we are going to see the components of describing an event, how you start describing an event. So here we have a model of an email, so we're going to follow it, but you can apply this to any form you are writing. So the first one is you start by opening remarks. That's for sure is for an email. We start with opening remarks, but in other forms you start with the name of the event or describing the event. So what is the event? You're talking about Mawazin, you're talking about Eid al-Adha, you're talking about Rio de Janeiro festival, you're talking about any event. Just you name it, so people can know what you're talking about. Next, you go and tell the reader the place and the time of the event. So when does it happen? When does it take place? Okay, and the place, where exactly, and then if possible you can say why. Okay, why does it take place? So you can sometimes tell the reason of Eid al-Adha, for example, and tell who participates. So next, after you name the event, you give details of place, time, people, and reason. After that, you describe the activities that occur during that event. So what happens exactly? So people sing, or people dance, or people, for example, paint, whatever people do. Please don't mix this. Don't mix this. You're talking about, you start with the name, then you give us details, and then tell us what happened. Okay? In this form, you structure and you keep the reader interested and not confused between all those information you give. And lastly, you recommend the event. For example, you should check it out, hope this helps, or for example you say I highly recommend it to you, and it's an event not to miss. You know, there are thousands of expressions you say to recommend an event and tell people you have to come and you have to try the event. Okay, now here, and you can find this in your student books, you have opening remarks if you are writing an email, and how to name and give time and location of the event. So annual means it happens annual or yearly, it means every year, or you say weekly or maybe daily, but here we're talking about annual. So if the event is annual, you can use annual or yearly event, which take place in October in Rabat, for example. Okay, you give the reason why does it happen, so what is the objective of that event, and people who participate. Okay, and then you go again to what happens during that event. People go, athletes play, etc. You can use this, and then you recommend the event. And of course, closing remarks if you are writing an email. If you are not, you don't need this type of closing remark. So